Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Looking to pass first play is Prescott. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, certainly not a great start. You give up the one-play touchdown, Charles, and it looked like this offense was trying to get the equalizer in one play on the other side.
They certainly were, and I think that the shock of giving up the big play may have forced their hand a little bit in their play calling. They didn't have the discipline to just say, all right, we got time. Let's go ahead and work it downfield. You got a big play against us, we're coming right back to you. And it didn't go the way they envisioned.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a first and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line. Here's Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Pollard will take it up the gut. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, that's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have taken a third. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Again, it went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare him to do that?
Maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film when goes to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hole, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score, and you're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. What a first quarter. Boom, you're up 3 scores just like that, and the offense clicking.
And they're thinking to themselves, we can totally overwhelm this team. Now flip it over. They're going to get the ball back.
Yeah.
Can't panic here. Talk to yourselves one play at a time to try and get back in.
And that's cliche, but really that's the message. This is still very early on in the game. We're in the first quarter.
If you look at it as down 20, then you almost have no shot.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Hey, Silver.
Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, my goodness, he was in his own zip code, but somehow could not look it in. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
63.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Eagles are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
Eagles 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Going to run again here with Pollard. He will push his way down to about the 14. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Oh, Prescott stripped. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Well, CD, remember, he had a touchdown earlier, but that was in a much more conventional manner. This time picking up the fumble and taking it in for 6.
Yeah.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On second down, Swift. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. And it brings up
Hurts. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Osa Odighizuwa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, what a battle this is within the division, because these guys, they've got the lead, but not by much. On the other side of the field, they're knocking on the door and trying to equal them in the wins category.
And I love that second part that you talked about, equaling them in the wins category, because if somehow you get down to the end of the year and they're tied in record, head-to-head's always the first tiebreaker. So the winner of this game, they'll have a big advantage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll run left with Pollard. Shifts past him at the 45. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Here's a quick throw by Dak, complete out wide. But he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Prescott now. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really...
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Eagles. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14.
Next to score, Cowboys 35, Eagles 14. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24.
The Cowboys take over first and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Play action. Here's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
They'll run right here with Swift. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 56 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift from 17 yards out. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Eagles 21. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Prescott. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
To the sideline and incomplete. The
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And again, it's Prescott. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Prescott on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
26.
On first and 10, Prescott. Flush to his right. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15.
No touch that. Kyle, let's get it. Kyle, let's go.
They'll throw now on the final play. Over the middle, complete. That's Watkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be an even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances.
There he goes, left side. There he goes again. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Pollard again. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
3rd and 3. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Hey, kill. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Now 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And he's got it inside the 10. A big play there for Philly. 45 yards. Back to throw. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit. Elliott on for the extra point. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. And that flag accepted.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Igbenogany going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So Prescott to the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Room here to run. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Flushed out right. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun again to Pollard. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Here we go, 46. Hey, 47. 26.
4th down, Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down. They needed 3, they got 6. Plenty enough for the conversion on 4th. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 46, 46. 47. Here we go, going to 53. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
47, 26.
Now Prescott on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
Then we're going to 53. 26.
Quick throw, and it's caught by Gallup. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
26.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 145 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Option play. Here's Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
No touchdown.
Swift going to try up the middle. And just shedding him off there. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Great.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cowboys' 41-yard line.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. There he goes, right side. Down to the 10. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Aubrey now for the point after. And that'll increase their lead to 28. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. So the directional kicking problematic there. They're going to spot this inside the 30-yard line.
We're going to 53.
Now a give here to Pollard. He'll take it inside the 25.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Still fighting through tackles. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll run with Pollard. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Well, Prescott here to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high.